This is Brass Tacks. I'm Zaka Jacob. The North versus South divide, which has rather derogatorily been referred to by DMK MP as the North India states being Gaumutra states, is already taking a toll on the India Alliance parties who are in North India. While the DMK MP in question, Mr. Senthil Kumar, has already apologized, his comments have been expunged from the records of the Lok Sabha, the damage has already been done. Now there's also a new clip of the new Chief Minister to be in Telangana referring to KCR as someone having a Bihari DNA and that Telangana DNA is better than Bihari DNA. This is from an avowed Congress leader, soon to be Chief Minister of Telangana. Where does this leave the Congress party and also its India Alliance partners, SP, RJD, JDU, etc., all of whom have to fight elections in North India? After the Sanatan Dharm insult by Udayanidhi Stalin, this is the second big insult to North Indians and to the India Alliance parties who have to fight and win elections in North India. What impact will this have on 2024? And is this North-South bogey simply a ruse for the Congress not being able to compete and fight and win against the BJP in North Indian states like Madhya Pradesh, Rajasthan and Chhattisgarh?
ये विभाजन की साजिश और ये क्षेत्रवाद की राजनीति, ये कांग्रेस की सही सोच को दिखाता है कि बांटो और राज करो।
ये टुकड़े टुकड़े की मानसिकता देश को बहुत खतरनाक नुकसान दे रही है।
These kind of comment calling North Indian states as a Gaumutra Pradesh, we condemn it.
भावना आहत न हो इसका ख्याल कर, हालांकि माफी भी मांगी है, गोमूत्र का शब्द का इस्तेमाल किया गया था, ये कतई से हम इसका समर्थन नहीं कर सकते।
ये इंडिया ब्लॉक की मानसिकता नहीं है, ये कुछ लोगों की मानसिकता है जो नॉर्थ वर्सेस साउथ करने की कोशिश कर रहे हैं। मैं इसकी कड़ी निंदा करती हूँ।
All right, so is this North versus South bogey hurting the India Alliance? The anti-North attacks. The most recent, most proximate was Senthil Kumar, DMK MP, where he said yesterday in Parliament that BJP wins only in what he called Gaumutra states, that BJP cannot enter the South. His comments subsequently were expunged by the Speaker of the Lok Sabha. He's also apologized for it. Revanth Reddy, who's the incoming Chief Minister of Telangana, in an interview in reference to KCR, the former Chief Minister of Telangana, said that Telangana DNA is better than Bihar DNA because apparently Mr. KCR is from a Kurmi clan and that traces its way back to Bihar. Udayanidhi Stalin had infamously said a couple of months ago that Sanatan Dharm is like malaria and dengue and that it needs to be eradicated. Even Rahul Gandhi, the heir apparent of the Congress party, Congress MP, has said that people in the South are more enlightened. TKS Ilangovan, DMK leader, had said that Hindi turns people into Shudras. K. Ponmudi, who's a minister in the Stalin government in Tamil Nadu, said that India Alliance has been formed to defeat Sanatan, that Hindi only makes you fit to sell Pani Puri. Now, there have been multiple red flags, particularly on the Sanatan Dharm comments that were made by Udayanidhi Stalin. It was raised at the CWC meeting that happened in September of 2023. In fact, Chhattisgarh and MP leaders at that time had called for a unified condemnation of the comments made by Udayanidhi Stalin. There was an appeal from Hindu groups in September of 2023. Various Hindu organizations had called for the DMK to be dropped from the India Alliance. The India bloc, whose rally was planned for October 2023, the first joint rally that was scheduled in Bhopal, was called off. Now, voices are growing within the opposition camp, within the India Alliance, that the Sanatan issue hurt the Congress party and the damage is being continued by these anti-North India attacks by DMK and its various leaders.
देखिए, ये तो बिल्कुल सही है कि सनातन धर्म की वजह से जो स्टेटमेंट आए थे, ये हम लोगों के लिए काफ़ी नुकसानदायक हुआ और किसी भी पार्टी को खासकर जहाँ किसी जाति विशेष, किसी धर्म विशेष की भावनाओं को ठेस पहुँचे, उस पार्टी को ऐसा बयान नहीं देना चाहिए जिससे किसी की धार्मिक भावनाओं को ठेस पहुँचे। और मुझे लगता है कि काफ़ी इसका गलत प्रभाव पड़ा।
डीएमके के नेताओं की अगर यही हरकतें रहीं और सनातन धर्म के खिलाफ इसी तरह की बकवास वो करते रहे तो गौमूत्र वाले राज्यों में नहीं, सांड वाले राज्यों में भी बीजेपी का परचम लहरा जाएगा। जहां तक सवाल है संसद में गौमूत्र छिड़कने का, तो संसद वैसे ही मंदिर है और पंचगव मंदिर में प्रयोग होता ही है।
But such attacks time and time again seem to have been central to the DMK's politics. Now it thrives politically on this whole Dravidian versus Aryan theory. Remember, at one point of time in the 1950s and 60s, they even called for a separate Dravidian land or I.N.D.I.A. In the 60s, Hindi imposition, caste hegemony, these were the politics that brought the DMK to the forefront in a way that in 1967 they formed the first non-Congress government in Tamil Nadu. They have convinced the voters that attacking Sanatan is not anti-Hindu, it's only anti the caste system. The DMK projects the BJP, which is trying to make inroads in Tamil Nadu and in the rest of South India, as an upper caste North India party. The BJP A.I.N.D.I.A alliance faced a rout in the 2019 Lok Sabha polls. Right now, that alliance is splintered. They are fighting the election separately in 2024. So the DMK is also trying to further draw a wedge between the ADMK and the BJP. That brings us to our tweet of the day. The BJP has turned this entire controversy between North versus South, this bogey that's been floated by some India Alliance leaders, the Congress and others. Now, former Congress leader from Tamil Nadu, who's with the BJP, C.R. Kesavan, has tweeted, and this is part of our Motorola India's Best 5G Smartphone Brands tweet of the day.
Hello, Moto.
This is what C.R. Kesavan has tweeted, and I quote, "The dynastic Congress party's agenda to divide Bharat on caste lines and uproot Sanatan Dharma has been outrightly rejected by our people. Now their toxic plan is to attack Bharat with North-South divide in 2024. The Congress will be consigned to the dustbin of history." And that takes us to our big debate question tonight. Is North versus South, this fault line which Congress leaders, other India Alliance partners seem to be floating in the aftermath of the Congress losing this round of elections, is it simply hurting the India bloc?
Hello, Moto.
All right, so that's the big debate topic tonight. We'll be joined in a moment. Mahima Singh, Congress spokesperson, is joining us. Smita Prakash is editor of A&I. Shekhar Iyer, senior journalist. Dr. R.K. Radhakrishnan, senior journalist, also joining us. And here in our studios, Shehzad Poonawala is spokesperson of the BJP. Shehzad, let me start with you first. Of course, no one is condoning the fact that the DMK MP abused North India voters in MP, Chhattisgarh, Rajasthan, calling them Gaumutra states. But the principal point that they or the Congress or other parties of the India Alliance are making is this, that BJP, while it's entrenched in North India, it is struggling to gain a foothold in South India. How are you going to respond to that, especially now that you don't have a full-fledged elected government in any of the full-fledged states in South India?
First of all, Zaka, it took just a few hours time for Mr. Senthil and Revanth Reddy to prove the Prime Minister right that after the OBC card and the abusing Sanatan card fails, they come up with the North-South card, they start abusing North India. And this is not just a DMK issue or one Senthil's issue. By the way, Ellen Govan, D.K. Nehru, Bharati, other leaders of DMK have constantly spoken language like Biharis are less brainy, North Indians should sell pani puris, Hindi is a language of underdeveloped people. But the Congress has remained quiet, perhaps because the Congress's top leader, Rahul Gandhi, once said that North Indian voters don't understand issues like South Indian voters do, or Priyanka Vadra once laughed at Channi's despicable Bhaiya comment aimed at Biharis and UPites. And apart from that, the Congress did actually support the DMK statement, and I'll tell you why. Today in Parliament, when T.R. Balu got up to speak, the BJP benches asked for Mr. Balu to apologize categorically. Instead of apologizing, Mr. Balu was brazening it out, and behind Sonia Gandhi said, "You apologize, why should we apologize?" apologize, which means that Sonia Gandhi has given cover fire on your 8 p.m. show on CNN News 18, the Hindi channel. Aman Chopra has shown the entire proceeding also, and therefore Sonia Gandhi and Congress party has come out in strident defense, or else Congress party should tell us what action they will take on Rahul Gandhi, what action they will take on Priyanka Vadra.
The said MP, Mr. Senthil Kumar, has apologized. His comments have been expunged from the records of Parliament. Right. The Chief Minister of Tamil Nadu has criticized him for what he has said. The parliamentary head of the BJP, Mr. Bharati, of the DMK, Mr. Bharati, has also condemned the MP. So why are you, going on and on with this? Now that, the said MP and everyone associated with that party has apologized and condemned these comments?
Because the Chief Minister of Telangana is a person who said that if you are a Kurmi or a Bihari, your DNA is less than that of a Telangana DNA, and this statement has been reported. You have the video, I can play it out for you. And that person, by the way, the party which talks about OBC is not making the Dalit person the Chief Minister there. They are not making OBC person Chief Minister there. They are making Revanth Reddy. But having said that, he has made this statement, and on that the Congress is defending him. And I want to ask, just 10 seconds more. Today, forget everybody else. I wish there was a SP, RJD leader on your platform or JDU on your platform. I want to ask them, that is Bihari DNA, Kurmi DNA, Kurmi is OBC. Is that DNA lesser than Telangana DNA? What is the categorical stand? And I hope Mahima Singh, because she's a good spokesperson, she will not divert idhar udhar yahan wahan. So, what is the stand on Revanth Reddy's statement?
Let Mahima Singh respond to that. Revanth Reddy's comments were in the context of a question that was asked of him of KCR, the former Chief Minister, to which he replied by saying that KCR is a Kurmi, an OBC, and Kurmis trace their roots all the way back to Bihar. And Revanth Reddy reportedly in that interview said that Telangana DNA is better than Bihar DNA. Mahima Singh, is that a stand endorsed by the Congress party?
Jai Hind. Zaka, when the BJP spokesperson was speaking, I was amused because you see, divide and rule is the BJP style of functioning or governing they have taken after the British Raj. However, need I remind the BJP of Tarun Vijay's 4th April 2017 statement, where he said, we are not racist because, why would we have South, entire Tamil Nadu, Kerala, Karnataka with us? We have black people around us. This is Tarun Vijay, former BJP MP, speaking on 4th of April 2017. And I do not remember if any action was taken against that former MP. Categorically, if there was any, why doesn't the BJP spokesperson enlighten us about it? If they are to bring out, the erstwhile statements of our leaders, then I think we'll find many, because the BJP doesn't only divide in terms of region, it divides in terms of caste, religion. We've seen it recently, Rajasthan, Madhya Pradesh, Prime Minister himself.
Saying the latest comments have been made by an ally of yours talking about North Indian states as Gaumutra states. That's just as much divide and rule.
I think our leader has very much responded to that on the floor of the House, saying that these are the remarks made by an individual, and it's incidental that he hails from a party which is an ally in the India bloc, and the party itself and the chief of the party itself has strongly condemned, I think in the strongest words. I don't remember Mr. Modi condemning Tarun Vijay's statement, or Mr. Amit Shah or Mr. Nadda condemning Tarun Vijay's statement. I don't remember Mr. Modi condemning Ramesh Bidhudi's statements on the floor of the parliament, abusing sitting MP. So I don't know with what face does the BJP speak when they do. And today, Mr. Just 5 seconds more. 5 seconds more. They time and again speak of Tukde gang when they have testified on the floor of parliament. We don't have any data. I don't know with what face you see it's arbitrary narrative being set by the BJP.
Let me bring the journalists also in, and then I'll come back to Shahzad.
Can I quickly respond to
one second, Smita Prakash. First things first, Smita Prakash, this whole idea, this whole notion that somehow BJP is a North India party, it's entrenched in North India. I think in the Hindi-speaking states it has 177 MPs, whereas in the South it has, I think, 29 or 30 MPs. Therefore, the contention by Congress, other India Alliance parties is, while on the one hand, Congress is finding it difficult to dislodge BJP from North India, from Hindi-speaking states, at the same time, BJP is finding it difficult to expand into South India. Do you fundamentally agree or disagree with this notion? Smita.
Well, if that is the case,
to dislodge BJP, these kind of comments are not going to help in any way. If anything, the BJP will get entrenched in South India, because what the DMK MP has said, Senthil Kumar has said, and what Revanth has said is going to unite people in favor of BJP. It's going to increase BJP's strength, because BJP will be seen as a party which is protecting the Sanatan faith, whereas the DMK is making pejorative statements. I mean, they've said this before in Tamil Nadu. It's not as if it's something new, but it's just that, it's because Tamilians as well as rest of South India, they have now, unlike in the 60s and the 70s, where interaction maybe was probably limited to just the middle class and the upper middle class. Now interactions have gone across the board, from the poor, rich, middle class. Everybody is traveling everywhere around the country. They can see for themselves that the DNA is not different of the Kurmi, of the North Indian, of the Bihari, of anybody else from the rest of the country. So this kind of bizarre remark, I just don't understand in what way will it be politically expedient, will it be beneficial to the Congress to ally with the DMK at this stage, frankly? And why just the Congress? How is it going to benefit anybody from the India alliance? Tell me, how will it look when Nitish Kumar is standing next to Mr. Stalin, and everybody from the BJP is going to say, hey, what is it like to stand with a Pani Puri wala? This is exactly what the BJP will say. And tell me, in what way will Nitish Kumar be able to stand in front of his electorate and say that this is a man whose party made this kind of comment? Apology is a different matter. The fact is that the DMK has constantly said this. It is their ideology. How can you keep away from that ideology? This North-South divide is only being revived. It's not a new thing for the DMK. It's part of their culture. It is part of their tradition. It's part of their political being to say this. It comes from the Periyar culture. It is part. The anti-Brahmin, anti-Sanatan policies are there even in Karnataka. You know that. It's there in Karnataka, it's there, but it's not to such a visceral level as in Tamil Nadu and with the DMK.
Let me ask Dr. R.K. Radhakrishnan. The problem, Dr. R.K. Radhakrishnan, is that, the DMK does not have to fight elections in Madhya Pradesh, Rajasthan, Chhattisgarh, or UP or Bihar. It's its India alliance partners. The Congress has to fight in those states. SP has to fight in Uttar Pradesh. Mr. Nitish and Tejashwi Yadav have to fight in Bihar. They are going to pay the price for the comments made by Udayanidhi Stalin. Again, I said this in yesterday's show as well. The Sanatan comments that he made, it's not quantifiable, but it is absolutely dead certain that those comments had an impact on the recent assembly elections in the Hindi heartland states of Madhya Pradesh, Rajasthan, Chhattisgarh, in a way that it cost the Congress party quite detrimentally in those states. So why is the DMK and various leaders of DMK continuing to make such disparaging statements about people who follow the Hindu faith or North Indians, etc.?
See, basically, Zaka, DMK is only responsible for the results it brings in Tamil Nadu, whether it is the DMK or the Congress. So, last time they delivered 39 seats of the 40 seats. So, DMK is actually kosher, sitting in a place of strength and then talking to the Congress. If the Congress doesn't want to be part of this alliance, obviously Congress can walk away, but I don't see the CPI, CPM, MDMK and the other political parties walking away, and that will also open up the gap for a few other political parties also to come and join. It is actually Congress's weakness that it has to be in alliance with the DMK in Tamil Nadu. That said, let us be very clear on what we are outraging about. Of course, this is a very important issue. I cannot in any way support what Dr. Senthil Kumar said. It has been expunged from Parliament, despite that it has been part of so many discussions, and his speech has been played over and over again. Let us go a little back and see that this is a country which has celebrated the killer or the person who assassinated Mahatma Gandhi, and that those are people from the ruling party. And as far as the DMK is concerned, it has not made any statement to the effect that Nathuram Godse has to be celebrated or anything of the sort. The entire DMK's culture, the entire where it comes from, is a place that it is an OBC party, just as JDS or JDU or any of the other parties are also SP. Everything is a OBC party. The entire basis of this politics in Tamil Nadu is of course, to say that reservation is the only way forward, and to get reservation, obviously, it is because of the upper classes that you are not getting reservation. I think that is the polity around which the whole thing is centered, and that was the Periyar's philosophy of how the DK came forward. But I am very much in line with what you said. If you are in the DMK, a political party which is seeking to contest elections, going to parliament or going to assembly, obviously you can't make these these wordings, and you cannot be speaking these things. In fact, I remember in 2001 when K. Ponmudi, you referred to K. Ponmudi also, when Ponmudi made a statement saying that the people of the state are stupid and that is why they didn't vote for the DMK when the DMK lost the 2001 assembly elections. Mr. Karunanidhi, who was at the stage at that point of time, said that you can never say the people are wrong, the people are always right. It is up to us to make changes. And that is where I believe M.K. Stalin as Chief Minister has failed. When his son made the statement against Sanatana Dharma, it is at that point of time he should have come down and said, there is no one particular definition of Sanatana Dharma. Somebody has said something, somebody else has said something. If you are fighting caste, that's a completely different thing. We need to fight caste, but at the same time, we cannot be going against nebulous concepts like Sanatana Dharma and creating problems for our ally. And that is what Senthil Kumar used to be very close to Udayanidhi, and that is where the whole problem started. Everybody is trying to catch the eye of the next peon of the DMK and the next leader of the DMK, and that's where all these unnecessary comments come into play. Definitely Parliament is not the place where it should have spoken.
Whether the Congress needs DMK more or DMK does not need Congress as much in the upcoming Lok Sabha elections, that is a matter of political semantics. But the issue is that you cannot insult voters in whichever part of the country they are and then go back to those very same voters and ask and canvass for their votes. What the DMK essentially has done for the Congress party is insult the very same voters that the Congress party, having lost their confidence now in the 2023 state elections, in 2024, the same Congress party has to go back to those same voters and canvass and ask for their votes. The DMK is basically shooting the Congress in its foot. And at least in the case of Senthil Kumar, for whatever it's worth, I'm not condoning for a moment whatever choice of words he used or the fact that he said it in Parliament, but very immediately he put out an apology, the comments got expunged. But in the case of Udayanidhi Stalin, you can't even say that. It's been 2.5 months and I have not seen anywhere in the public domain Mr. Udayanidhi Stalin saying that he's sorry for the comments that he made on Sanatana Dharma.
Saka Udayanidhi Stalin is not sorry. In fact, the most important point has been made by Mr. Radhakrishnan. When he said that Senthil Kumar belongs to Udayanidhi camp, he owes his allegiance to Udayanidhi. That's a very important observation because it reflects on the going-ons in the DMK today. Today, the DMK has its back to the wall because of the corruption charges against them, the kind of anti-incumbent issues that have cropped up, and with the Padayatra undertaken by Annamalai in BJP. BJP is the opposition to the DMK today. That is why you find more and more DMK leaders focusing on the BJP. Even if it's a victory in the north, they have a problem in the south, in Tamil Nadu. And also, see, look at this. When the first statements were made by Udayanidhi, even that Mahanadu, that conference was Sanatana Dharma Ozhippu Mahanadu, that is eradication of Sanatana Dharma. The very fact this was conceived, this whole conference was conceived in a way to project Udayanidhi at a time when the senior DMK leaders were facing corruption charges. So obviously there is an assertion of the importance of the younger leadership. That is why Udayanidhi was advised, or I do not know, that's why he said it. And he has been making those remarks for some time, notwithstanding the fact his mother Durga Stalin herself does go puja. Whenever she visits very important temples in Tamil Nadu, she does go puja. She is a strong believer in worship of the cow. Now this being the fact, and Udayanidhi does not even respect his mother. And here is the problem is, Congress party had conveyed to DMK, please ask Udayanidhi to tone down. It was not toned down because A. Raja added to the fuel to the fire. See, today the crisis in DMK is also reflected in this. And increasingly, this kind of statement will one day make DMK untouchable.
Okay.
Because it already within the Congress, you are hearing voices like Acharya Pramod Kishan and other, even Karthik Chidambaram. See, these leaders are realizing, and Karthik Chidambaram is a person who gets elected from the Congress quota that DMK allots. Even he has started speaking, which means that they are realizing this problem is bigger than we actually are analyzing. Because if it goes on like this, Congress will find it very difficult to, and even people are saying, even at that time, Sonia Gandhi, Rahul Gandhi, Priyanka Gandhi, they should have come with a stronger statement rather than saying everybody has a freedom of speech, everybody can say anything. That has cost Congress heavily because it was made an issue by the Prime Minister himself. And you would recall the Chitrakoot, the religious leader, particularly Ramabhadracharya, said that this election is about a battle between Sanatan Dharma and Adharma, and Sanatan Dharma should win. Now you can see the sentiments, and these people are not exactly political.
Okay. So let me put this is again another thread that the opposition seems to have latched on to today. So Shehzad Poonawalla, please answer, because you've also been closely associated with the elections in that state. The Congress and its allies are questioning, you guys keep talking about Sanatan, you're the keepers of Sanatan. Today, yesterday a Rajput leader was shot dead in Jaipur, and today the state and that city is burning. What are the protectors of Sanatan you guys doing about it? Right? The Rajputs are out on the streets, there are bullets going off in the air, there is highways being blocked. And you guys are the upkeepers of Sanatan. What are you doing about it?
Let me answer this question specifically and then answer the other questions that have been raised. Here is the official release of the Governor's Office of Rajasthan. Ashok Gehlot ji has tendered his resignation, but Ashok Gehlot ji will continue as caretaker chief minister till the time a new government is formed. It's not our government. Secondly, in March, there was a specific input that this leader was threatened by certain elements from Punjab police to Rajasthan police. In April and many other times, he wrote letters to the Rajasthan police that please give me police protection. It was not given. And in fact, I have put out the video and I have also sent it to your input team. The video of the very same leader that you're talking about, who said that Ashok Gehlot and his police is not giving me protection. In fact, there are several tweets of it.
Shehzad,
now let me come
before
to
you answer
point.
the other points, you had the same logic for Mamata Banerjee in 2021 after the assembly elections. There was widespread violence for 3 days.
She was the caretaker chief minister.
Mamata Banerjee said that she was not the chief minister.
One second, Zaka, please, you're not ignorant.
You used the same logic.
Zaka, one second. Who is the chief minister of Rajasthan from BJP right now?
No, you have not decided.
One second, please let me answer this.
But has the mandate been yours?
Zaka, have we taken over as the chief minister or the government?
Yes,
so who's the caretaker chief minister?
Mr. Gehlot is.
And in Mamta's case, who was the caretaker chief minister?
No, 1 second.
It was her only. Please, Zaka, I don't expect this from you.
1 second.
She was the caretaker chief minister.
Either you have the same argument extended to both states,
Zaka,
or you don't take that argument.
Zaka, 1 second. I can't believe that I'm having this conversation with you. Zaka, let me complete. 20 seconds.
1 second.
You are not letting me complete.
Very same argument was 3
Are you
days.
serious? She was the
3 days interim government, violence in the state. Why are you blaming her?
Okay, Zaka,
you are taking the same line
now. Let me please answer this without you interrupting me. 20 seconds. When Mamata Banerjee went into the 2021 election, was she the sitting chief minister?
Yes,
After the election, also she was the caretaker chief minister before she was sworn in. It was not the BJP government there. Right here, there's a Congress government. We haven't been sworn in. So it is their government. You can't be saying that excuse is being used there, but this is not being used here. Mamata was the chief minister then, and Ashok Gehlot is the chief minister now. Please. Secondly, now let me come to the larger points. First of all, as far as the issue of Apman of Janta is concerned, Mr. Randeep Surjewala said Janta Rakshas hai because they vote for BJP. Just like Hillary Clinton said, voters are a basket of deplorables. If they were truly apologetic about this, they would have sacked Randeep Surjewala. Instead, they rewarded him by sending him to Madhya Pradesh. We saw what he did in Madhya Pradesh. So therefore, the insult of the Janta time and again. Rahul Gandhi also made disparaging comments about people of North India. No action was taken. Priyanka Vadra also laughed. No action was taken. So many times DMK leaders said it. No action was taken. She quoted Tarun Vijay. Let me give you the two examples. Tarun Vijay was not only made to apologize, he was not repeated as a Rajya Sabha member, but Revanth Reddy, who's the chief minister elect or the chief minister designate, has not made this statement about Bihari DNA once. He has made it over and over again. Let me quote another statement. Telangana Chief Minister Chandrasekhar Rao as Bihari DNA relies on Bihari officers. So, are you saying Bihar is lesser? And you have allies from Bihar. You have a government in Bihar. Now you tell me what is the stand of RJD, JDU. Let me complete the third point. When the Sanatan Dharma was abused, in fact, instead of condemning Udaynidhi's talent, Priyank Khadge came and said, yes, Sanatan is a disease. Mallikarjun Kharge is on record to say that Modi aa jayega to Sanatan phir se satta mein aa jayega, Sanatan ko hatana hai, Modi ko hatao. This is the official stand. Hindu terror, kahan se aaye Ramji was not which kamra he was born in. And finally, last statement. As far as the BJP South connection is concerned, we have the highest number of MPs. We have a government in Puducherry. We are the leader of opposition in Karnataka. We have sizable vote share in states like Kerala. In fact, more than IUML. We have a presence in Andhra Pradesh. We have a presence in other parts also. What is the presence which DMK has in Andhra Pradesh? What is the presence of DMK in
so
Kerala?
Mahima saying,
in fact, we are a party that is rising in the south, and
Mahima
people of
saying
south have accepted us.
Respond to the point that he made when the Sanatan comments were made. No Congress leader came out and outright condemned what Mr. Stalin said. And more importantly, Priyank Kharge, the son of the Congress president, said that Udayanidhi Stalin was right. Surely you're paying the political price for that now after the results of this election.
The stance of the BJP, Zaka, is very pliant. You see, the BJP, and you rightly pointed out, I was raising my hand to point out, to their difference of opinion between Bengal and Rajasthan. And the BJP spokesperson very conveniently, evaded your question.
Adhir Ranjan blamed Mamta.
Adhir
Ranjan blamed Mamta, Baba.
Okay, let her finish.
Adhir Ranjan blamed Mamta for post-poll violence. Please, let's get the facts straight.
Let her finish, please. Yeah.
A desperate BJP does this.
Adhir Ranjan blamed her.
Having lost its only, A.I.N.D.I.A coalition in Tamil Nadu, the desperation is very evident. So you see, he's evaded that question of Bengal and Rajasthan. Now he points out to various leaders of the Congress. He's saying that Tarun Vijay was made to apologize. He earlier pointed out about Sonia ji and Rahul ji. I asked whether Mr. Modi, Mr. Amit Shah, Mr. Nadda apologized for Tarun Vijay. No, they did not. He was talking about Mr. Surjewala being rewarded. What was Mr. Ramesh Bidhuri, how was he acted upon? I think he was rewarded by the BJP by being sent to Rajasthan on a, special task. And so you see the BJP's, the logic to justify their remarks is only what the Congress has done, how the Congress has gone wrong, how Nehru did wrong. So I think
but the point is, I made this point yesterday as well, Mahima, saying that whether I'm not in a morality contest whether Biduri's comments were incendiary or whether he should not have said what he said against Danish Ali. Anyway, that's a matter of the Privileges Committee. They are looking into it. Point is, that doesn't seem to have cost politically the BJP, whereas Udayanidhi Stalin's comments has cost your party politically. Let's be upfront about it. Your party has had to bear the brunt of it in Rajasthan, Chhattisgarh, Madhya Pradesh.
Our party has secured 9 lakh more votes than the BJP. That is number one.
How does that even matter? In a first past the post system, you can get 15 lakh, it doesn't matter. What matters is seats.
Please let me come.
What matters is the number of Indians that still have faith in the Congress and its ideology. And I think whether,
all respects to them,
whether we have lost or
in electoral democracy, they don't matter as long as Congress party does not win seats. Anyway, let's
very quick response.
Okay, very quickly, 10 seconds. I need to go to Smita Prakash.
When you asked her a question on taking a stand, she said we have 9 lakh more votes, then don't doubt the EVMs. And by the way, we've got crores of more votes. Does that mean then the statements made are justified? By the way, Ramesh Biduri targeted another MP, but he was issued a show cause notice. And the similar comment was made against me by Priyanka Kakkad, a member of your I.N.D.I.A alliance. You never took action on that. But forget that. I am saying the entire Janta was called Rakshas by Randeep Surjewala. So stop giving me this tail whataboutery. And by the way, Bengal and Rajasthan, both the chief ministers are caretaker chief ministers. Adhir Ranjan blamed Mamta.
Sure,
so stop drawing that parallel.
Let me go to Smita Prakash. Smita Prakash, again, it comes back to this moot point. The I.N.D.I.A alliance realizes perhaps the Congress is not in a position to take on the BJP in the Hindi heartland states. And we had this statistic yesterday as well. In 2018, when the BJP lost all of these 3 states, Madhya Pradesh, Rajasthan, Chhattisgarh, it had 700 MLAs in the North Indian states. It went on to win 177 out of 225 Lok Sabha seats in the Hindi-speaking states. Today, the BJP has 950 MLAs, and if you were to extrapolate that, the BJP is starting off with a 200 out of 225 seat head start against the I.N.D.I.A alliance. On the corollary, today the BJP is not in power in any state in South India except Pondicherry, which is a small state by all estimates, but it's not in power in any of the 5 big states. So, are we then, projecting this whole North India votes one way, South India votes another way kind of a proposition?
No, because see, even if that happens, the point is, can the I.N.D.I.A alliance or can the Congress ever hope to form a government with just the South Indian states? Can you just ignore 23 other states in the country?
Yeah.
It's not possible. It's just not going to be possible. And even for the India alliance, it's not going to be possible to alienate and to make hay while the sun shines on this north-south divide. It's just not going to work. And to, play this casteist card, I heard Mr. Radhakrishnan saying that DMK is after all an OBC party. It just, I went back to the time when, if you remember Mayawati's party, the Bahujan Samaj party, just for your viewers who are not north-based, just to remind them or to jog the memory, there was a casteist slogan which they had, which was Tilak Tarazu or Talwar Inko Maro Jute Char. This is what was the slogan. She was wiped out. Her party was wiped out at that stage. It has still not recovered from that hit that came in at that stage. Why? Because people from her own party didn't like it. From her own caste or from the castes of the backwards in Uttar Pradesh did not like it. Even though it was, so you'll see that even when Akhilesh's party or when Nitish's party, they might talk in terms of doing things for Ati Dalits and Dalits, but playing this demonization of a particular caste does not work. They do Bahujan Samaj, Bahujan Hitai. This is the line that they are taking. Why? Because they have become politically aware after getting bashed up. Now maybe the DMK doesn't have to suffer a consequence of making these kind of remarks in Tamil Nadu. But that is because the Congress and the BJP have not tried at all for the past 3 decades. But the BJP is. The crowds that Annamalai is drawing, it should be signal to Stalin and his other smaller counterparts that this is not something that is going to be tolerated even by Tamilians. And the other point I just wanted to make was this thing about this north-south divide is that, Zaka, I mean, you being a South Indian, you would also know this, that South India is not a homogeneous one. The languages are different, the culture is different, the politics of these 5 states are different. People in Kerala do not talk the same language as people in Andhra Pradesh or people in Tamil Nadu, which is not the case in the cow belt states as it's called. I don't even like using that term anymore, which we used to use. So, it used to just roll off our tongue. I don't like it. After Senthil Kumar has said this, just the very term is becoming terrible. Even cow belt it feels pejorative even to say that. It's Hindi across there. There is a homogeneity in the north which is not there in the south. So this north-south divide is a fake construct.
Okay. RK, the problem even in Tamil Nadu is that the DMK, by saying all of these comments, Sanatan comments and this Senthil Kumar comments, is actually giving space, political space to the BJP. Forget about these divisive issues. Even on an issue like the floods, which the city has been beset with over the last couple of days, the two principal players who seem to be sparring off are the DMK and the BJP. Why would the DMK want to give that kind of space to the BJP? I have not heard any comment made by the A-DMK, which is supposed to be the principal opposition party. So, is the DMK also kosher with the fact that, in some years, they would rather have the BJP as the principal opponent and not this regional fellow Dravidian, long traveler that they've had over the last 50 years?
Not at all. It's not like that at all. DMK definitely wants the ADMK as the main opposition party because that will help DMK to maintain their hegemony over the ADMK because Edappadi Palaniswamy onwards, every single minister has a couple of DVSC cases and other corruption cases against them and it's easy to deal with them. BJP has not been in power in Tamil Nadu, so it's difficult to file cases against them. BJP growth in Tamil Nadu happens in the Delhi media. It happens on television. It is not a reality in Tamil Nadu at all. There might be an incremental increase, but nothing more than that. And on DMK's OBC politics, unlike Mayawati's politics in UP, people in 3 generations of people, OBC, MBC and BCs have benefited out of the DMK's reservation and of course ADMK's reservation. So to speak, 69% reservation for OBCs and MBCs and BCs exists only in Tamil Nadu and that was made sure by the ADMK by a Supreme Court order. So what we have in Tamil Nadu is the fact that people having been benefited by ADMK or the DMK because of this reservation policy. No, but not just rhetoric, but not just showing the Brahmins. And the last point about South Indian states.
Just 1 second. They made this whole caste census business was a big talking point in the recent elections in Madhya Pradesh, Rajasthan, Chhattisgarh. And we had those filters. Yeah. I wish we had the magic wall to show you that. In Madhya Pradesh, for example, out of 67 OBC dominated seats, BJP won 49. So clearly what may work or have worked in Tamil Nadu is not, or Bihar, is not necessarily true of the rest of North India. So this whole caste census business was a flop in North India.
Yeah, absolutely. That's what I'm coming to. That's where I say that I would slightly differ with Smita when she said that the South is not homogeneous. Yes, I agree with the point that it's not homogeneous, but you should see the kind of bonhomie that exists now between Tamils and Malayalis. I'm a Malayali settled in Tamil Nadu, and then among Kannadigas and Telugus and whatnot. Now you see the relationship between these four different linguistic groups and different caste groups, especially the backward classes. Of course, there are problems when it comes to SCs and STs and all of that, but you see the bonhomie and realize that there is something more than just the differences in language that is coming up, and these people work very well closely together in various other locations, and because there is so much of movement among these states. And of course, it's not absolutely true that you can have a union of South Indian states or anything. It is not possible.
Anyway,
nobody in South India wants that, and nobody
and
in South India is talking about this thing at all.
Last time I checked, there was this whole fracas going on, as it has been for the last 30 years or so, on Kaveri between Tamil Nadu and Karnataka. But anyway, be that as it may, Shekhar Iyer, final word. After that, I'll give you 10 seconds, Shehzad. Yeah. Shekhar Iyer, it comes back to that moot point. Whether the BJP is restricted to North India, Congress is restricted to South India, is an irrelevant debate, because you cannot, if the Congress party's starting point is 0 out of 225 in the Hindi-speaking states, then sorry, 2024 is not a contest. The point is, Congress party and its allies need to realize that in the 180 direct fights that BJP and Congress have in the Hindi heartland, last time around BJP had 167, Congress had some 15 or 16. Point is that, unless the Congress is able to substantially increase its tally in North Indian states, where it's principally taking on the BJP in Rajasthan, in Madhya Pradesh, in Chhattisgarh, in Gujarat, unless that, in Haryana, in Uttarakhand, Himachal Pradesh, unless that happens, then DMK can win 39 out of 39. It doesn't matter. BJP will still storm to power.
Absolutely, you're on the dot. I've always maintained that for Congress or the opposition alliance to be in a position to challenge the BJP, the Congress has to win between 150 to 200 seats in the north. Without that, no alternative is possible. You know the situation in 96 to 98. You know the situation between subsequently also. So Congress has to revive in the north. And let me tell you one thing. This north-south divide, as it is being played out, is not going to prevent BJP from trying to secure as many seats as possible in the south.
Yeah.
They are, and the Prime Minister has clear instruction to Annamalai. It doesn't matter we don't win in 2024. In states where BJP today has emerged very victorious, in those states, situations were like the existing in Tamil Nadu. And as far as the caste issues, there is no issue of an upper caste domination in Tamil Nadu, which originally gave birth to the Periyar movement. Today, caste is not an issue in Tamil Nadu. Today, corruption is an issue.
Okay.
And DMK is trying to divert attention from the focus on it by all these measures.
Okay.
And BJP is not going to give up either in Karnataka, where it has got 27, rather I would say 26 plus 1 independent of the 28 seats. And in Telangana, it has got 4 out of the 17 seats.
Yeah.
So for BJP, the north or south doesn't matter. They have the north. They will definitely try the south.
Shehzad.
It's very ironic that none of these parties which claim to be at the forefront of interests of OBCs.
Sure.
Just very quickly, those parties which claim to be at the forefront of interests of OBCs, Karunanidhi, party president, chief minister. After him, Stalin, party president, chief minister. After him, Udaynidhi Stalin, party president, and then he'll be a minister. In Samajwadi Party, same arrangement. Same arrangement. RJD, same arrangement. This is not party of caste also. This is a party of actually Parivarvad taking the avaran or the cover of a jati. It is actually not even for the jati. Are there no talented Yadavs apart from Mulayam Singh Yadav and Akhilesh Yadav and Dimple Yadav? Are there no talented Yadavs except for Lalu Prasad and Tejasvi? No talented OBCs in South. And lastly, the bonhomie between Tamilians and Malayalis, let me tell you, Kashi Tamil Sangamam, it was the old tradition that Pandya King had started, where he had got the lingam from the north, from Kashi Vishwanath, and then it was established in Sivakasi and Tenkasi. This time there were lakhs of people, thousands of people who went to Kashi Vishwanath Dham, and that is the cultural connect of north and south. There's no divide.
All right, Smita, quick word, 10 seconds. I got to wrap up after this, please. Smita.
You don't even look towards Kashi and all. Na Shehzad, look at the panel. Zaka, Shekhar and I are 3 South Indians who live in the north. There's more than enough bonhomie for us here.
Okay, thanks for that. Thanks for pointing that out. But let's see how this plays out. Because I don't think, frankly, and I keep saying this, I said this yesterday, I'm saying this again, it's not going to hurt the DMK. All these comments, whether what Udayanidhi said, what Senthil Kumar said, it's not going to hurt the DMK. It probably actually will, better their record in Tamil Nadu because they're